December was the worst month for real estate transactions in Toronto and Vancouver all the way back to 2014. So in the last 10 years, we haven't seen that low amount of transactions in Toronto and Vancouver. But the price is steady. That's the key thing. Even though we are seeing the lowest amount of transactions and also seeing the rise in the inventory levels, the price is sticking around. That's what I'm trying to convey my message here, because if you listen to the bears, they say you will not realize how much is going to crash in 2025 because the unemployment is going to go up and people will not have jobs to sustain these over leveraged mortgages. Then of course the market will crash and we will see prices will go back to 2014 levels. Fair argument. Let's just think through this scenario. Okay, when you look at the chart by trap, you can see that the prices are now in capitulation phase. Okay, it went up all the way in 2022, then it came back, then it is basically moving sideways, as we say that. And if you look at the growth, the price growth, this is the chart showing the price growth, and we are seeing the first time positive price growth since 2024. So the trend is telling us that the prices are moving in the positive growth direction, while we are seeing the inventory levels are also rising. So 2024 is the second highest inventory levels that we have seen in the last 10 years. So the inventory is going up, okay? Sales are down, but the prices are still stabilized. They're stable, okay? They're moving sideways. Same goes with Vancouver. So when we look at the Vancouver stats, similar, trend that you see that here, that the price is stagnant. It's not moving up or down. The inventory levels are up, but the transactions are low. What does it tell you? Let's bring back that bear argument. Okay, so the bears are saying that unemployment going up, people will lose their jobs, and they won't be able to sustain these over leveraged mortgages. Okay, investors, yes. The over leveraged investors, they will struggle. Let's say if I'm the over leveraged investor, I have, let's say, 5 properties, and 3 out of those 5 properties are yielding negative cash flow. Right now, I'm sustaining myself because I have a full-time job where I'm getting, consistent cash flow from that job. But God forbid, if I lose my job, then I'm not able to put the food on the table, let alone handling the negative cash flow properties. Then I may sell those properties, right? Maybe 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, but not all of them. Certainly not the primary residence. So this is where the bears are not really thinking thoroughly that yes, the over leveraged investors may dump their properties, and only if they're not able to sustain the negative cash flow. As long as they can keep their jobs, as long as they can sustain the negative cash flow, they may not dump those properties. They may or they may not. Like, this is not a black or white scenario. It could be a gray scenario as well. There could be a third scenario, that the prices doesn't move. They just stay stable. It just capitulates, moves sideways. That's a possibility too. Because listen, the investment is built upon human psychology. The buyers who have accumulated real estate, they have this firm belief that over time, these real estate assets will make money for them. This is their retirement plan, okay? They will only dump them when they have a full conviction that this is not going to pay me off. I better cut my losses and get rid of that, okay? In that scenario, yes, they will dump the properties, and only the ones which are yielding negative cash flow, and only rental properties, not the primary residence, because there is no other option for them. If they dump their primary residence, the rents are not cheaper. Where do they live? Okay, the rents are not cheaper. If the rents were like $2,000 a month for a 3-bedroom condo or townhouse, yes, that makes sense. But the rents for a 1-bedroom condo in Mississauga is around $2,800. If the rents are not cheaper, it doesn't make sense for them to dump their primary residence. Okay, so this is where I think the bears are not really thinking about it and waiting for a big crash and thinking that the prices will go back to 2014 levels, which may not happen. And even if this becomes a reality, what do you think the government will do? Will they let it slip and collapse and let the banks burn their balance sheet? I don't think so. They will definitely come and intervene into the situation and protect the homeowners. Remember, the economy in Canada is built upon real estate and immigration. If you take them out, there is nothing else in the economy right now. So this will be a disaster, a much bigger catastrophe, if the government let it collapse like the house of cards. Anyway, you let me know what you think about that. Put your comments down below and let me know what is your thesis about real estate market and how do you see this is getting unfolded in 2025 and 2026. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Financial education is very important for everybody, especially for the kids who are still at school, because when they grow up and go into the professional lives, if they don't know how to manage their finances, that is going to be a disaster to begin with. I have just published an ebook for the kids aging between 10 and 16 years to understand how they can manage their finances. So when they grow up, they know exactly how to manage their personal finances, because I have broken it down at a very, very basic level. What is money? How can we save? How can we invest? What is debt? How can we use debt? What is credit card? And how we can set ourselves for the financial future when we go into our professional life. So if you are a parent looking for a very simple to use ebook for your kids, click the link below to order the copy for your kids and let me know what you think about that. Let's get back to the video. If you are an investor in the US, in Canada, or in Europe, and you are considering investing into Dubai real estate market, this video is for you, because we have a platform called Stake, which allows you to invest into the residential real estate market and start earning rental income right away without going through a lengthy documentation process or coming up with a heavy down payment. Stake is built upon the concept of crowdfunding. So it is democratizing the entire investment strategy and allows you to own a single unit of the entire investment portfolio. So you don't have to own the entire property, right? You can be part of the pool that can actually own a piece of property, a piece of real estate. So that allows you to start with as low as 2,000 dirhams and you can slowly ramp up. So as you start investing into it, you can not only own a bit of real estate, but you also get a portion of the rental income on monthly basis. So it's a passive investment strategy, diversifying your portfolio from traditional North American or European markets into Dubai, which is hustling and bustling and growing very fast, and it allows you to build your wealth over time. So don't delay. There is a link down there in the description. If you click on this, it will give you free 200 dirhams in your account right away to start with, and you can thank me later.